Now, 100 years have passed since. Things have happened which have further created situations which remind us of early Christianity, and more similarities are born out of this experience of 100 years. We know that as against Judaic teaching, Jesus Christ was not taught by God to take weapons of defense in his hands against his cruel persecutors. So the teaching this time was, if somebody slaps you on one cheek, offer the other one. Not tooth for tooth or eye for eye. Similarly, the founder of the Ahmadiyya community taught us that times of revenge are over. It is the weapons of patience which are going to win the battle for you. So even if you are ill-treated and persecuted, continuously show patience and go on pursuing your path without any regard to what others do to you, and then you will emerge victorious. This is a promise of God. So the Ahmadiyya community pursued this path most patiently, not only in Pakistan, in India and many other places as well. They were murdered, they were prosecuted, they were persecuted, they were burnt alive in their homes, they were looted. Thousands of Ahmadi homes were burned, or shops were burned and looted in 1953. Villages after villages have recently been burned and razed to ground by the rioting mobs in Pakistan only a few months ago. This continuously is happening, and the answer is the same answer of patience and steadfastness, and the hatred is met with love. As such, we are spreading not only in Pakistan, but also all over the world. The first 100 years of Christianity did not see so much success as we have already seen by the end of the first century. So this is the message, and this is to which these are the values to which we hold fast. And we hope that by holding fast to these values, we are going to emerge victorious in the world and teach the world a lesson in humility, understanding, love, and sacrifice. As far as my position in the community is concerned, although I am directly related to the founder of the Ahmadiyya community, but we do not believe like Shias believe in the spiritual inheritance. The system in Ahmadiyya community is totally different. What we believe in is a system of election. After the death of a leader, a religious leader, there is a permanent electoral college in existence even now. And after my death, that college would become suddenly operative. During my lifetime, it will remain dormant, because there is no propaganda permitted in the community. Only after the death of a caliph you begin to think of the next one. As such, this electoral college would choose the next caliph. Now, it happened that 3 of the 4 caliphs in the past were chosen from the family of the promised Messiah, the founder of the Ahmadiyya community. But the first one was not. He was in no way related to him. And again, it is not because of the system of inheritance, as I have explained, but for instance, when my elder brother, who was the previous head of the Ahmadiyya community, previous caliph, he died, I had many elder brothers, older than I am, of course, who occupied a much more important positions in the community than I ever did. Yet the electoral college chose to elect me and not their sons or their younger brothers from the same mother. I happen to be from a different mother. I am the only son of that mother. So that shows the honesty and integrity of the electoral college. They don't pay any regard whatsoever to family connections and bondages and blood relationships. What they do is they try to choose someone whom they believe would be fit to discharge this duty. So as such, I was elected and I'm here before you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe a child is raising. Oh, please. No, please.
Yes, sir. I'd like to ask you a question about, you often mention Russia affair. I would like to hear your opinions on how you envisage a reconciliation in the British community after the split, or the minor split which has appeared, and possibly a few reflections on whether you find Russia Square heretic or not, whether it's just peaceful actually.
You see, Rushdie affair has been unfortunately overemphasized, and so much noise is made from both sides on this affair, while if it were left alone to itself, it might have died a quick natural death. Because having read some passages, some particularly obnoxious passages from that book, I believe, this was my first natural impression, that no decent society would welcome such a book. No decent man would enjoy this filthy and uncouth language, which is unnecessarily offensive to the sensibilities of 1 billion people in the world. It's a language which you do not like being used in your streets, in your homes, around you in your towns and the countries. It's a language which calls for liable cases, a language which certainly would never be permitted in your parliaments. And a person who uses such a language in any parliament of Europe would be chucked out of the house of the parliament or will be made to swallow his own insults. So the issue was humanitarian, the issue was that of decency, the issue was that of civilization. And as such, protests should have been raised on this point, that somebody has taken the liberty of speech far beyond its borders. He has exploited this liberty of speech or liberty of pen to a degree where this should be condemned and disliked by the sane people of the world. Now, unfortunately for the world of Islam, the reaction from the Muslims was rather sharp and was conveyed and worded in a manner as it irritated the political leadership of Europe. Particularly, unfortunately for the Muslim world, Khomeini chose to issue an edict against the life of Salman Rushdie on the so-called religious basis. Now, this was the last straw on the back of the camel. It was done at a very wrong time politically, because Iran at that time was at daggers drawn with one of the greatest powers on the earth, America. And Europe, of course, were tagged to America in the general attitude towards Iran. So when they heard this, they reacted violently, not because it was Islam which was involved, but because it was a political adversary who had been teasing them for so long, being a weak person and a weak nation, yet it had the courage and the will to defy the greatest of the world powers and to go on teasing them and tantalizing them. So this was the right opportunity for them to punish not only Khomeini, but the entire world of Islam.